stance now. We're going to move in this stance. So let's have a right leg back again. Long stance. So what we're going to do here, we've got our front leg sitting with our knee nice and bent, back leg nice and straight. We'll break it down into two numbers. When I say 1, our back leg is going to come up, and it's going to come halfway in. So it's going to be like a half circle. This is the motion that I have with this leg. So I'm going to come in on 1, and on 2, I come back out. 1, in, 2, out. The whole motion is just stepping through like this, but we're going to break it down so that we can get this little arc happening. So I'll face that away, and you can just follow me. We're going to sort of take it. So right back, right. Right, nice and slow. Go up. And another. Nice. So each. 1. Knee. Push forward. Each. Knee. Each. Knee. Each. Knee. Now we go backwards. So as we go back, the first thing that we want to feel is this leg go from being locked straight to
mabilis siya eh.
disengage.
Pag dito siya ano, ang dilim. Hindi, pag dito siya nakatapat. Pero pag nakaganon, okay. Pag ganyan, hindi okay. Pag ganon, okay. Hintay mo, Asa? Ibis na doon nagharap, madilim. Pero pag dito, maliwanag.
Bili sa kanya. Kung bili lang ko rin sa kanya.
This goes all we're doing is we're taking steps. So everyone can walk. Everyone walk in the dojo today. Everyone can do a lunge. You do this in the warm-up. All we're doing is like a lunge, but we're just staying down here and we're just taking a step. We're just stepping forward.
Simangot.
Long walks. On the beach, something like that. Right, bring your front leg. So I'm watching out, you're just going to do it to the count. So bend that front leg, guards up, back straight. Each. Knee. Keep that guard up. Sun. Sheep. Go. One more. Grip. Nice. Going backwards. Each. Knee. Sun. Sheep. Excellent. Let's straighten our eyes. So look to your right. Make sure you're not standing up. No, just look straight this way and look to your right. So make sure you're not standing in front of the wall behind you. Let's make a nice straight line. Nice. Right leg back into our long stance again, right? Now we're going to do this fast pace. So we're going to step nice and fast, guards up. What I want you to feel like is just everything's coming forwards like this. Forwards. So when we come forwards, guards up, we're going to step, change guards, step, change guards, step, change guards. Yeah, so let's just sink into our stance, nice and low. Ready? Nice, one person's ready. Each. Fast step. Knee. Sun. Sheep. Go. Up. Ready. Going backwards. Each. Knee. Alright, young lady. Straight eyes. We'll add some combinations after this. So everyone in right touch. How we started. Heels together. You're going to bring your left leg in. I'm bringing my left leg in. You're bringing your left leg in. So when I say heels together, this leg, this one, and one more just will shift the feet. This one is the one that comes in. So heels together, this one. I'm going this one. So it's going to look like it's the opposite. So let's try it. Everyone on my clutch. This is your leg that's moving. Heels together. Right. drink of water. I don't know. If you have one. Oh, mine. Oh, no, thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. For you, here, for you. I'm not listening to you guys, so
And then,
Hi.
ito mga ano,
I just talk a lot. Excellent. Ready for some combinations? Let's do it. Let's line up.
Kabaywang eh. Paglaro lang naman yun. Pagpapakos na naman. Balik na naman. Pagpapakos na naman. Kailangan talaga nyo na boss. Hindi pwede na yun. Hold on.
I'm going to do one block that I want us to cover, and then we're going to actually introduce some kata for the sequence of moves. None of us need to worry about this at the moment, but since there's a kata tournament, maybe we can learn some.
hey, shout out kay Kennedy.
Introduce what this is.
Kennedy sister, hello, good morning.
Heels together. Right. Yo. So one block first, and then we'll do some kata. So bring our right hand.
Good morning, Kennedy, hello.
This is going to be our ear under our downwards block. So the way this first, we're going to break this down. Some of us already know this now, but I'm just going to break it down for some of us who don't. So on number one, we're going to prepare the block. So one, I'm going to bring my hand up to just below my shoulder. This is the bicep line. And on number two, I want to feel like there's a marker in my hand or something, and I'm drawing down my arm.
Mga master to mga
And
to.
once it reaches my wrist, I just change hands.
Kita yan.
Pull over. Nice. So one,
Pag hindi lumambot yung mga tao nyo dyan, yung kulang.
draw
Ha?
down the arm and change. So the other hand, just pull back. So all we're trying to
Okay,
achieve.
practice yun, practice.
Yeah.
Okay lang kayo tumanda sa kapag magpa-practice ha. Ang babata nyo pa, hindi ka nagpa-practice. Ha?
Nice. One,
Kita niya?
one, okay. Two. One, two. Excellent. I'll quickly explain to you. So
Instructor nila guys.
if there's things that we learn that it's a bit hard to pick up, it's absolutely fine. There's not so many days of training that we have in Slaughter, and we're going to pick it up eventually. When I did my first driving class, it was actually quite amusing. It was in Auckland, and the person who was teaching it, I kind of knew him a little bit, so he was really excited that I do it. And he wanted to make it a hard class, so he spoke full Japanese, and it was like fast paced, and I didn't know anything. He was like, he goes, it's me, son! And everyone was going fast, I was going, oh, what's happening? But I left the class, and I was like, I'm sorry, but it's not. This is fine. We all start somewhere, and there's challenges we're going to come across, and there's things we're going to learn. But once it clicks, it feels great. We learn the basics, and we go from there. So that's what we're doing now. Basics. It's not going to happen straight away, or it might happen straight away for some of us. But everyone's got their own journey, so this is what we're working on now. So no worries. So let's try to do it right hand, right? So let's blow it together now. So it's going to be prepare and block. So I'll demonstrate. Prepare, block. So that's what we're trying to do. Each, prepare, block. Whole thing. E, San, Shi, Go, Rip. Excellent. Everyone find a partner. Hajime. Everyone find a partner. If you don't have a partner, put your hand up and you can come back. Now you do. You want to find a thing? You want to help me? Nice. What we're going to do, we're just going to go over that block, but we're just going to do some partner work so we can understand what we're doing. Yeah? There's a lot of different things that we that we do with the same technique. Some blocks can be strikes, some blocks can be blocks, some blocks can be grabs. So we're just going to understand why we come here first, and why we come down and how we achieve the end of the result. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab, and what you're going to do, you're going to forget to bring your hand up. You're just going to come down your arm, and when you make contact, you want to pull this hand back, and you want to push my hand away. Yep, push it. Yep. So I grab, you prepare. Yep, grab, yep. Now, yep. Nice. So what we're doing here, if you grab, yeah, so I'm coming up, down the arm, I'm making contact, so that's where that wrist is, where I say once you meet the wrist, change, I'm down, I push, and I pull. The pull in itself can be enough. This can be enough. But just to make sure, I come up, down my arm, once I make contact, I pull. So I push and pull. This way, push and pull. Grabs, down, push and pull. Yeah? So we're just going to do 5 on each side, on each hand, and then other side grab it. Hajime, you're good. I'll let you decide who starts. So it's just going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. So face your partners, and decide who's doing what. Start nice and light, work your way up.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. It's a weird feeling. This is not the full purpose of this block, but this is just so we understand this motion. Because to be honest, if you grab me like that, I wouldn't do like I'll do something else. Like this pull.
Dapat ikaw na.
Nice.
Pilayan yan.
Layan ka?
No, pilayan yan.
Someone will do that instead of doing like this. I just go.
Magkakaiba kami ng movie.
So I'm going to do that when we do this.
Hindi ka naintindihan ang sinasabi niya yung iba.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that helps us understand. So we can follow it. It's okay. I'll come through. Who's grabbing who? Who's grabbing who? You want to block or you want to grab? You want to try to block? And you grab. All the way down the round. When you push, when you do that, very good. And you're going to pull this one all the way back, just like that. Yeah. So do that again. Same side. Like that. Up this one.
Sakto na yung suot ni Louie. Nung nakaraan, katulad kay Kayla na to.
There you go. Then just keep moving. You can practice getting it. Yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing here, like this is, there's a lot of different things we would do. This is more to understand how we're traveling across and how we're coming back. So that's it. So we come down, we hit. And then like this. Then you hit like this. Down. We can go, get off. Down. But when you do that, the other hand there, because even if you grab me, because this is a good one to do that, but you can still get out even if you have a bit.
Ang bilis mo naman, Jo. Ang bilis mo ma-promote. Naging instructor ka na? Grabe yung tao. Promote mo na agad. Hawak sa akin. Hawak mo.
Kita kahiya tunggal banyak ayo dito kabirahan.
Oh, lak na oy. Oh, niwalaan ko niya nga lalaki gud ka nga. Kabalo siya nga kusgan ka.
Kabirahan on di kuno. Tunggal mga.
Alright, yeah, mate, let's hold there.
Ganyan
Face your
siya.
partners.
Try po ka na niya.
Heels together. Right? Yoy. Make a mic touch. Yoy is make a mic touch. So we usually bow before and after we work with our partners on the side of the stick. So let's line up in the lines that we registered. So now that we've done a little bit of that, hopefully there's a little bit more of an understanding of the 1 and 2. So when someone grabs, again, one thing I'll say to a couple of you is this isn't the go-to. This isn't what I do if someone grabs me, but this is a way that we can understand I'm coming up, I'm coming down to get it off my hand, and I'm putting it away. That's this here. Someone's grabbed, that's 1, that's 2, and I'm heading it together. Here. Now, there's a lot of purposes of, a lot of uses of the
Kung di
blocks
bitaw
that we
mo
use.
po kunti ang kaya masakit ka din kaya maanak ka kasakit ka dapat tigana mo.
So let's have a run now.
Liko i-update mo ba?
Left hand.
Ganun mo dapat kasi yan.
So now I want you just to imagine someone's grabbed your hand so that you're coming up. And as you whack it away, as you push it off, you're pulling this hand back to you. You're going 1, 2, 1, 2. So now you're trying to whack that hand away. So let's do that nice and medium pace. Whole thing to 1 count. Hand is
Kutsilyo
one.
style.
Each, prepare, block. Eight, sun, eight, go, grip, other hand, push back. 6, 1, touch, cue, 2. So the hand that's not whacking it away, the hand that's not coming down, that pulls back. The hand that's not whacking it away, so this one, that pulls back. Just like the punches. So let's do that fast pace. Right now. Ich, knee, sun, stay, go, break, sit, touch, cue, here, do! Excellent. Nice. Check it out. That looks good. That's the block. So what we're going to do now, we're going to introduce this thing called kata. So kata translates to the word form. This is not anything that anyone on this level needs to worry about. But again, this is a tournament happening that's related. We'll introduce it. We've done the 3 techniques that's required of this kata, which is long stance, stomach punch, and downward block. So let's add these things together and see how we go. So everyone in high punch, face in front, heels together. Right, yeah. Yo. So for the very first move, we'll reset every time, so stay where you are in high touch. For the very first move, we're going to do a long floating stance, facing that way. So let's just practice just the stance. So when I say 1, you're going to look, and then you're going to step that way in long stance. So this long stance here, I'm turning my leg out, and I'm going to face that way. So in high touch, 1, look, step. So bend the front leg, straighten the back. Reset. I'm going to break this down a lot so we can see how we go. So we look, then we step. 1, look, step. Should have our left leg out. Fantastic. Let's end the block. So back to my touch. Now, when we step across, we're going to look, we're going to step and block at the same time. The one we just learned, the downward block. So I'm going to look, step, then block. With our left hand. So our left hand is blocking. So I prepare, and block. So let's do that together. In our front row, open our hands up, and spread out. Spread. Let's go. Fantastic. So we're going to do a long stance and land on our feet, not land on the other person. Awesome. So I'll demonstrate once and we'll do it together. So it's going to be look. We're going to block with this hand. Look, step, and block. So 1. Nice. I'm excited. Thank you, mate.
Saya galahin lagi.
One more.
Bata man, okay raw bata man.
Now we're going to step forwards in the stance, and we're going to do a stomach level punch. So we've just done a block. On number 2, we're going to step and punch with the other hand. 2. Yep. So step through and punch if you haven't already. So we should step forward and punch.
Correct na yung bata. Sa pagkikas kami.
Yeah. Fantastic. Let's go back to the start. This is going to be very broken down. Very broken down. So we can do it. So front row spread out again. Somehow we magnetize the little jellified together. Let's jump together so we've got some space. Nice. So I'll demonstrate again. So it's going to be on 1, I look. On number 2, I step, punch. Fantastic. Let's do that one more time. So front row, join in. 1, lock. 2, forwards and punch. Fantastic. Stay where you are. We're going to carry on. This is where the kata gets tricky because we're doing the same 3 things, but we're moving in different ways. So I'm going to break this down into 2 parts. So we're in this position here now, with our right leg forward, right hand forward. When I say 1, my front leg is going to come all the way back. So when I say 1, I'm going to look this way, look to my left. I'm going to step all the way back, like this. Don't worry about the hands. We'll just practice with the legs. I'm going to step all the way back, so that it's past the front leg, this way. So that's 1. And on 2, I'm going to turn and face the other way. That way. Yep. Nice. Let's bring our front leg a bit back. So if we face this way, face that way. Yep. That's alright. Then bring this leg, this one, here, behind us. Yeah. And then we're going to turn around and go back. That's a tricky one, eh? We're going to turn this way. Yeah. Awesome. So this is called a lightsaber. This is a turn. So let's do that a couple of times. This is the tricky part of the kata. There's quite a few different one of these, different turns. So let's face this way again. Don't worry about the hands. So let's have our right leg forward. Just keep our guards up. Don't worry about our hands for now. So it's going to be 1. My front leg comes all the way back. And on 2, turn and face the other way. As simple as that. Awesome. Face the front. I'll face the side again. So it's going to be 1, front leg comes back. On 2, turn and face the other way. Excellent. Let's add the technique with it. So coming facing me again. So we've got a stomach level punch that we've just done. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a downwards block. This one that we put here, but we're going to do it as we turn. So I've got my punch out. On 1, I step and prepare. So on 1, I look, I step and I prepare my block, so hand to shoulder. And on number 2, I turn and block. Turn and block. Fantastic. So we should have our right hand in front, right hand down. Let's reset. Again, this is not something that we need to worry about, but this is just something I thought might be fun since there's something going on, so don't worry too much. So right hand out. So we're going to step and prepare. 1, step, prepare my block. On 2, turn and block. Fantastic. Let's go from the start. So we're back in front and face the front. So I'll demonstrate slowly what we're trying to do here. So it's going to be just watch you, don't follow along just yet. So it's going to be step and block. It's going to be step and punch. And then it's going to be step and block. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, this is literally nothing we need to worry about just yet. Now let's go. So, in my nudge. 1, step and block. 2, forwards and punch. This is the turn. 3, front foot comes back. Turn around. Nice. So we should all have a right hand forward and a right hand. Right hand. Now we're going to step forwards and punch. One. Now we're going to face towards me. And the way we're going to
O si Luyo.
ignoring that hand again. If I look at my front leg, my left leg should be
Pag-reviewin ko mo sa bahay mamaya.
I'm going to break it down to two numbers. I'm going to say one.
Reviewin ko sa bahay mamaya yan.
One. My foot. And on two, I'm going to push my that same leg towards the crowd. This way. Yeah. The same leg right now. That's it. So I go in and towards the crowd. In and towards the crowd. Okay, let me watch that a couple of times. So let's have our left leg in front, face this way. Now long starts. Here in front. Just feet. So one, lift. Two, push down. Nice. Come back to the left leg. We're going to add the long. We'll do the slow pace. Don't worry about it anymore. I keep saying that, and I do mean it. This is stuff that is very much extra. But so I'm going to watch. So everyone will like that. Look front. I'll tell you what you're going to do, but I'm not going to show you what you're going to do. You're going to step that way and block. One. So you got your left leg in front. Left leg in front, left hand blocking, this way. Step forwards and punch. Two. Take one good step forwards like this. Punch. So change legs. Boom and punch. Now you're going to do the turn. The front leg goes all the way back. You're going to turn and block. Three. Hold it, hold it. Do the whole turn. Turn and block. Turn and block. Nice. Four. Forward and punch. And other hand. So now we're going to pull in and prepare. We're going to push and block. The whole thing to one count. 4. Excellent. Shall we carry on? No. Alright. We won't do the last 3 counts because they're very easy. The next 3 counts are easy. We do 3 punches. We set 4 3. So the first one is again. First log 1. But now all we do for the next 3 counts, we set forwards and punch. Step forwards and punch. Step forwards and punch. That's all it is. So 3 punches. So let's do that and then we'll stop at that point. So let's start from with our left leg and left hand with blocking. So on 1 we're going to set and punch. 1. Same thing. 2. And on the third one, it's a ki. So when you set it's wait! That's the movement. 3. Not going to lie for you, so I'm not going to do that. That's good. That's the kata. So there's ki moves in kata. So yeah, mate, let's show you the lights. Oh wow.
Time to wind up.
So what we'll do then, since the class is almost over, can everyone please together? Right? Your way. We'll do what we did the other week. What I get everyone to do is if you come on the mat again, you just sit on the side And what I'll do is I'll do that first carpet for you properly, and then I'll do one more again, not the same one as last time, I'll do a different one, so you can kind of see different carpets that we have. So just hang on, guys. It's just such a convenient thing to have. All over the other, they do circus classes of very well. That's why I think hang out here.
Ayan, doon sila. Ayaw lang ako.
So at the tournament, usually they'll stand like a Dutch level team, and there are mats there, so there's a name for every classes that we do as well. The one that we just practicing was called Taekwondo Shoga, or first cut. Show is first, and then Taekwondo is the cut. So we do first cut. So I'll announce it live for our tournament, and then I'll do it so you can kind of see what's going on. This is what you've just been practicing. Taekwondo Shoga! That's the first time you're doing it. And you've already done half of it. So it's hard to talk in this stuff up there. Taekwondo Shoga. It's a long slice, it's a down block, it's a stomach punch. That's all it is, but I'm moving in a different direction, and that's what makes it harder. Let's see. So there's plenty of different parts of your own in progress. When you are orange belt, yellow belt, you can do school visit. Orange belt, which is your third one. That's when you actually start to get worried on the requirements against the next step. You don't need to worry about that. But it's fun to get started. I'll go through one more, which is one of the kata that you have to learn before you to go from the ground up to the ground. So we'll go through it. It's called step one. Senpai! That's step one. So that's what you do to go from one of the kata, from ground kata. There's something called bunkai. And bunkai, listen, I'm talking about when you don't even need to ever think about it. Bunkai is an application. So that means the use of the moves that we have. Yeah. So, for example, in first kata, the throws that we do can be used as things like takedowns or different types of hops. It's not just a hop, but yeah, there's different uses. And we'll worry about those as we introduce different things. So we'll sort of share you the setup. I'm trying to talk, but I can't breathe, so I'm just going to stop talking. Feel together? Great. Good. Let's jump to mine for how we started with that class. The original ones. In high touch. Heels together. Stays up. Box two. Come to the solid, right? Sensei, right? Hold the gun, right? Awesome. So as time passes and we start to develop a bit more and progress in our grade levels, what you'll notice is normally the highest grade in the class, so the highest bell level, who sits, the way it works, it's a bit hard to explain for all of you, but the way the lines work is we have our lowest grades down this part of the room and our highest grades up this part of the room. But because we've all started at the same time, it doesn't really matter at the moment. But as people start progressing and there's going to be higher grades, that's where you get your higher color belts up this side of the room. And normally, the highest grade in the class is the person that announces the bell. So when I do the people together, say that, or close eyes and stuff like that, it'll be the highest grade that actually does that, not the sensei in the front. But for the meantime, we're going to do it this way. Awesome, sit comfortably, if you're not already. Right, so that was good, I hope you enjoyed that. That actually wasn't part of my plan today, but I thought, again, we have a tournament going on, and we thought it would time to do what they're doing and introduce that. So, we've got a bonus that I want to talk to you guys about. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I've got a couple of purple belts here. Did I talk about it last week? I don't think I did. So, during the month of May, we are doing something called a purple belt campaign. And what that is GKR every year usually supports a fundraising group to help them out with money. And what we do is we have what's called a Purple Belt campaign. We're doing it regularly now, like once a year during a whole month. So for the month of May in other dojos, a lot of people are currently wearing purple belts. It's not their grade level, but we're doing a themed month. No one has to do it at all by any means, but it's just if you're interested. And what it is all the funds that go towards for people who are buying the belts, we send it to an organisation called Shine. Now, Shine in New Zealand is an organisation that supports victims of family domestic violence. Usually we'll do a blue belt campaign, pink belt campaign, and those campaigns are things like breast cancer awareness, mental health awareness. But for this one, we're doing a long-term partnership. so that because it's something that's directly relatable to what we teach self-defense, trying to avoid being injured, right? So, as part of this Purple Belt campaign, we are running a special self-defense class on the 31st of May, which is on a Sunday. And it's going to be at our soft room dojo, which is just on Benham Road. Normally, all of our special events that we do are normally free. But for this specific one, because it's for fundraising specifically, we are going to charge for the classes. It's not something you have to do, but it's going to be 15 for a single person, 25 for 2 in the family, or 30 for a whole family. That's 3 and anything above 3. You don't have to be a GKR karate student to do this seminar. It's just purely self-defense. You do not need to know karate to do what we're going to teach for it. And we are going to be splitting off between adults and kids as well. Because self-defense between kids and self-defense between adults are 2 completely different things. So if it is something you're interested in, it will be at the Soccer and Dojo, which is on Benham Road, on the 31st of May. It's 2 hours long. If you want to know more, there is a QR code on here as well about the Purple Belt campaign. So if you're interested, grab a form. Other than that, if you have any questions, come and talk to me after class. But I did well. I hope you enjoyed it. And I want to welcome Jack and Dave for coming in today. So they're coming along to the class. So well done. It's really cool to have people coming in. And like I said, there's always classes where there are people we've done a couple of classes now, so we're having fun with those people who display techniques in the room. Give it up.
Iya, dandahan dandahan pag
Have a lovely weekend. See you later. And I'll probably talk to a couple of people who are like that.
Pinat pun gua.
I just get to that. Did I get straight? Oh, yeah. Because I missed you out on the first class.
Ini lang ako na.
Yes, absolutely. Fantastic.
Sige na.
Got alright?
Pakam na. Ano?
Yung pangalan ganito. Nakalaylay ka pangalan.
Thank you. Probably get mixed up.
Sige na. Yan, shout out na mga kadol. Sige na.
Para pantay yung pag.
Magdo. Hepal Ducati.
Pugang, 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 pugang. Ay, ano?